everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's Lady T's Things That Bling, crafting with Lupus. Yeah, so I'm showing you some earrings that I made last night. I didn't finish it, but I'm just showing you what I did on the round circles, and I did also on the teardrop pieces of wood. All these pieces of wood, as you'll see later on, I got them from Amazon. Now I'm showing you some fabric that I got from Walmart. These were, I believe, $1.99 per pack. And I like all of those colors there. That's my favorite one. That's what I'm going to be using today on the demonstration. That's Art Glitter Glue. Art Glitter. That is a very wonderful glue. It dries quickly. Those are the things that I'll be using to put the earrings on, but I'm not going to use that color, as you'll see later on. You'll need scissors. You'll need, those are scissors with no handles. They're little scissors. They're very sharp and precise. And that's the material that I made other earrings with. I got that from Amazon. And it's a whole bunch of different textures and colors. And I made some earrings out of those. I like that black one right there. That's rose gold. And you can see that some of them are cut. That means I've used them. So I'm going to be using them more and more because I'm wearing everybody else's earrings except for my own. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, that's what I got from Amazon last year. You can see all of the tools that I'll be using. As you see, that's the pattern that I used for the earrings I showed you at the beginning of the video. And these are pieces of wood that I got from Amazon. I believe those are the 1-inch ones. And those are, I believe those are 2 inches. And one of them is 1.5 inches. I don't know which one is which, but you can go on Amazon and look for these pieces of wood. Those are the teardrop pieces of wood that I showed you earlier. And the previous ones I showed you in the bag did not have holes in them. These are already pre-drilled holes. This package right here, the holes are already pre-drilled, so you don't have to worry about drilling holes in the other ones. Just use those. Even they come smaller too with the pre-drilled holes. So here I am going to be using this pattern right here. I love it. I love the colors. And there, I'm just going to, after I take a sip of my coffee, y'all, I'm going to show you how I actually did the earring. So it's self-explanatory as far as you watching the video. I don't have to talk so much, but I do want to let you know that, you know, with your patterns, you're going to try to get them as exact as you can to each other on the earrings. So I'm just basically deciding which one I want to use. And I've chosen the yellow, orange, and blue one. Deciding where I want it to sit on the earring. So it actually makes a difference. So you have to make sure you cut out the material wide enough. You have to make sure, you know, that it'll fit that earring, the part of the design that you really want. So as you can see, I'm measuring it up and see exactly where I want it to be, because you have to keep in mind that it does have a hole in it for you to put the jump ring and the hoop in there for your ear. And this one, I'm showing you the teardrop one. The ones I showed you at the beginning of the video, I painted them. Well, not painted them, I used a marker, an acrylic marker to metallic marker, excuse me, to paint the back of the earring because I didn't want to put the pattern on both sides. But this one that I'm doing today, you're going to see, I'm just going to leave that blank. And excuse me, with this art glitter glue, you don't have to use a lot of that glue. It sticks very, very well, and it sticks very quickly. So you really don't have to use a lot. I think right there I was using a little bit too much, but you don't have to use that much. But I love this glue. It's a little more pricey than the Aleene's glue that you can get from the Dollar Tree or the Mod Podge. I just like this glue much better. So I'm lining it up, making sure it's straight, making sure it's where I want it to be for the hole. Remember, we have to consider the hole so we can put the jump ring through, and we don't want it to be sideways or whatever. So I'm mashing it on there, making sure that it's all adhered to the wood. And I'm using the little scissors that came with that pack of fabric that I showed you guys earlier. And as you can see, I'm turning the wood around. I'm not cutting the scissors around. I'm using the wood and turning it around. And as you can see, those scissors are very precise. But sometimes, because of my hands hurting so bad, sometimes because of the lupus, I use the bigger scissors because sometimes that little scissor will make me cramp in the hands. So here we have it. You see we got the blues, the light blue showing, the orange and the yellow is in the middle. Now I'm getting ready to cut the other one. I could have just cut them both at the same time, but girl, I don't know what I'll be doing sometimes. So I found the other pattern that I'm going to cut, and see how I switched it up with the scissors because my hands cramp too much. I can't really do intricate stuff like I want to, or it'll take me a long time to do it, but I love crafting, so no pain, no gain. So this one here, again, I gotta check and make sure the hole is at the top. And I have to look at the other earring and make sure that I match the pattern and where it is so they can be basically the same. That's what I'm doing there, comparing. And again, you don't have to use a lot of this glue. You really don't. But you want to make sure you get the edges really good because you don't want your earring cloth, you don't want it to lift up at all. Spread it evenly and then put your design on. Make sure you put it on where the hole is. I've made a mistake and didn't do it right, and the hole was somewhere else. Now I'm just mashing it in real good to make sure it sticks on the corners, on the edges. Well, you know, circle doesn't have corners, but you know what I mean. Edges, honey, edges. Yep. So there we are again, turning it around. I'm using my left hand to turn the wood. I'm not trying to cut, turn the scissors around. I'm just using the wood to turn it around. The material is very easy to cut too. You just have to make sure that the edges are cut so there won't be any hangover. You don't want this to look like somebody from elementary school did it now, do ya? I know I don't. And there they are. There they are. They're not exact, but they're close. They're very close. Very, very close. So now what I have to do is I have to get the jump rings and the hooks to go in your ear. Now I'm showing you those. Those are the metallic pins that I was telling you about that I use on the other earrings at the beginning of the video. I'm not using them on this one because I think I just want them to stay the pure wood. If I go back and do it later on, I'll update the video and let you know, but I think I'm just going to leave them plain. So now what I'm doing is I'm looking for the hooks for the earring, and I'm not using the brown ones, as you can see. I was going to use them because I was going to use another pattern, but I decided to use the one that I just showed you, and the brown ones don't go with it. So we're going to use silver. I need to get the jump rings, and I need to get the silver hooks. As you can see, honey, I'm so unorganized, but guess what? We're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. All right, so I'm taking my jump rings out. And my tools, I'm using 2 of these little tools. I don't know the technical name of them, but they look like little pliers or something or other. But I use 2 of them so I can open up my jump rings and then close them back up. I've seen people do this step with their hands, not using any tools, but honey, let me tell you something. When you have lupus hands, you can't do it like that. Especially when you're in a flare, honey. This stuff is more than people know. Now see, I'm using that needle nose one right there so I can push the hole through the fabric, because if I don't do that, I won't be able to get the jump ring through. Yeah. Now you see the little jump ring is so small. So I'm pulling it apart a little bit, just enough so I can get it through the hole of the earring. I don't want to move it back too far, because then it'll lose its shape when you're trying to put it back together. You don't want that. I've done that several times. I've messed up and I've learned not to pull it back too far. So as you can see, I got it through the hole. Then I closed it back up like a knucklehead. You know, I was supposed to leave it open so I could put the earring hoop through it, but trying to be fast over there, closed it up before I should have. But it's a simple fix and it's okay. Those are the hooks. I should have had those out of the bag, but hey, we're all learning together. Now I'm going to open the ring back up. I could have avoided that if I would have just put the hook in there when I put it on there, but that's okay. My mistakes, you can learn from them. And I'm putting it back together. You have to make sure that the ends of the jump ring are touching together, because if not, the earring will fall off. And I've had that happen. The earring fell off because the jump ring wasn't closed. So I'm doing the second earring, and I had to go and push the thing through it. And I didn't use the needle nose one this time. I used the other one and I cracked it. I cracked the top of the earring. Y'all, I got brain fog from the lupus. But learn from these mistakes. I need you to learn from these mistakes, because it's tedious sometimes, but sometimes it's just funny. And I hope I can make you guys laugh a little bit. So I just opened it up a little bit and I put the ring. This time I didn't close the jump ring. Yeah, I learned from the other one. Now I'm closing it up, making sure it's closed. Now I'm using that glue, art glitter, because as I said before, I broke it because I stuck the wrong pair of tool. I stuck the wrong tool in there and it cracked it. But this wood is so good that it didn't break all the way through. So you think I'm not going to wear these earrings even though I cracked it? I glued it back together and I'm going to wear them. Yes, I am. So that's my earring tutorial for today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click like and share and subscribe. All right. Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.